didn't think that Elon Musk just had Teslas in his garage, did you? Over the years, Musk has owned everything, from a McLaren F1 to a Lotus Esprit underwater car. Musk even owns a 1920 Ford Model T. He is the Henry Ford of electric vehicles, after all. If you want to get behind the wheel of a cool car like Elon Musk, then keep watching. Omaze is giving you the chance to put a limited edition Ford Mustang RTR Spec 5 in your garage. To potentially win this cool car and support the charity Folds of Honor, visit omaze.com/therichest. Elon Musk's first big success in the business world was his company Zip2. When the startup was purchased in 1999 by Compaq for $305 million, Musk had a big decision to make: buy a house or buy a supercar. Musk chose the latter and purchased a stunning McLaren F1 for $1 million. McLaren only produced 106 F1s between 1992 and 1998, and Musk's F1 was one of only 7 imported into the US in '97. It doesn't get much rarer than that. There's no doubt that Musk is a genius, but he made a really stupid decision when he failed to insure his F1. He crashed the car in 2000 when he was on his way to a meeting with fellow entrepreneur Peter Thiel, and he had to pay for the repairs out of pocket. You can't really blame him for pushing the car to the limit. The 3-seater F1 can reach top speeds of 205 miles per hour, but Musk claimed he topped the car out at 215 miles per hour. I guess we'll believe him. Despite extensive repairs, Musk managed to sell the F1 in 2007 for $1.7 million. The buyer likely wanted to own a piece of history, and that they did. As a child, Musk was a huge James Bond fan, so it's no surprise that he paid $997,000 at auction for a 1967 Lotus Esprit. The Esprit might be one of the most famous Bond cars of all time. Affectionately nicknamed Wet Nelly, this particular Esprit was driven on land and underwater in the Roger Moore Bond film The Spy Who Loved Me. Musk did have a bit of buyer's remorse when he bought the Esprit, as it turns out it doesn't actually transform into a submarine. That was all thanks to the movie magic. Undeterred, though, Musk vowed to make the Esprit truly amphibious by installing a Tesla powertrain into the supercar. Musk's ingenuity knows no bounds. The BMW M5 is a sleek and stylish luxury car, but Musk's M5 is much more than just a classy sedan. Musk owns an incredibly fast and powerful Heyman BMW M5 worth about $150,000. A standard M5 is equipped with an 8-cylinder engine that's capable of putting out 560 horsepower. Musk's Heyman BMW M5 is a tuner's dream. Thanks to a control module, the Heyman BMW M5's 4.4-liter V8 puts out 600 horsepower. That means that the Heyman BMW M5 is almost as powerful as the 690 horsepower Cybertruck. How cool would it be to see the M5 go head-to-head with a Cybertruck in a tug-of-war? Make it happen, Elon. Come on. Before we move on to the next car in Elon's collection, let's take a moment to thank Omaze for supporting this video. Omaze is offering you the opportunity to score a 10th anniversary edition Mustang Spec 5 that's designed and engineered by RTR. If you win, you'll also receive VIP access to hang out with the legendary drift racer Vaughn Britton Jr. and his champion-winning team with the Formula Drift race of your choice through 2022. This promotion is for a great cause, as donations support Folds of Honor, which provides educational scholarships to the spouses and children of America's fallen and disabled service members. To date, Folds of Honor has awarded 29,000 scholarships throughout all U.S. states and the territories of Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Folds of Honor scholarships support private education tuition, homeschooling, and tutoring for children in grades K through 12, as well as higher education tuition assistance for spouses and dependents. The 750 horsepower Mustang RTR Spec 5's Coyote V8 engine makes it the perfect drifting machine. And how cool would it be to say you got to hang out with JR in the paddock? You'll feel just like one of the pit crew decked out in team gear. Just head to omaze.com/therichest for a chance to win and to support a great cause. Musk became a Jaguar fan when he was just 17 years old. A friend gave him a book about the greatest classic convertibles ever made, and the car that caught his attention was the E-Type. He vowed that one day he would own one of the stylish British sports cars, and in 1995, he made that dream a reality. After receiving a $40,000 check from a venture capitalist, Musk immediately went out and bought an E-Type. Unfortunately, the Jag was incredibly unreliable and it broke down while Musk was driving it home from the dealership. That didn't bother him at all, because Musk still owns the finicky Roadster to this day. It was a wise decision to keep the E-Type because it's worth more than $100,000 now. The Tesla Roadster is the car that made Musk famous. When he unveiled the first-generation Roadster in 2008, every auto journalist in the world instantly fell in love. It was was sleek, fast, and quiet, and had a range of 227 miles thanks to its lithium-ion batteries. The carbon fiber body and 3.5-hour charge time were big selling points. Who wouldn't want to own a sports car capable of going 0 to 60 in just 3.7 seconds? Tesla cars have improved sustainability since then, but the original Roadster is still an impressive EV. Even buying a used one today is well worth it. Simply update the software and you're good to go. Musk got a lot of use out of his '08 Tesla Roadster, which was the first one off the production line. In the early days of Tesla, he drove the car almost every day, but all good things must come to an end. In early 2018, Musk strapped his original $98,500 Tesla Roadster into a SpaceX Falcon Heavy rocket and launched it into space. Weirdo, Musk's 2008 Tesla Roadster was the first car launched into space and first to orbit the sun. If you're worried about the Roadster crashing down to Earth, don't. Simulations over a 3 million year time span found that there is only a 6% chance that the Roadster will collide with Earth. That probability is very similar to the likelihood of other near-Earth objects colliding with Earth. Musk believes the Roadster could float in space for 1 billion years, but solar radiation, cosmic radiation, and micrometeoroid impacts will eventually break down the Roadster's carbon fiber body. Musk hasn't forgotten about his first Roadster. He wants to take pictures of the car in orbit around the sun during a future SpaceX mission. Goals. Earth. We don't just litter our planet, we litter other galaxies. Musk absolutely hated his $55,000 2010 Audi Q7. He said it was one of the worst purchases he ever made. He bought the luxury SUV because he needed something to haul around his young family. His first wife, Justine, had given birth to a set of twins in 2004 and then a set of triplets in 2006, so Musk needed something stylish to take the kids to piano lessons and soccer practice. You didn't expect a billionaire to drive around in a minivan, did you? Musk was impressed with the Q7's sleek style, but he hated the SUV's third-row seating. Getting all his kids in the Audi Q7 was a challenge. It was so cramped in the back that Musk decided to add Falcon wing doors to the Tesla Model X. With Falcon wing doors, it's a lot easier to get into the back of a Tesla Model X, even when it's in a cramped parking spot. There's no question that Elon Musk is a modern-day Henry Ford. Ford may be Tesla's biggest competitor, but Musk still appreciates the company's history. Musk has a pristine 1920 Ford Model T in his garage that's worth about $24,200. However, he didn't buy the iconic Tin Lizzie. It was a gift from his friend. The Model T is an incredibly unique piece of automotive history, but driving one can be very challenging. It's a lot different than getting behind the wheel of a Tesla. The two-seater Model T uses a unique three-pedal system. One of the pedals is used to go backwards. There's no actual gear to switch into reverse. The Model T does have one thing in common with a Tesla. It's incredibly long-lasting. If you find a Model T out in a farmer's field, there's a good chance it'll be able to start fairly easily. The original 1908 Model T sold for $850, and by 1927, Ford had dropped the price of the Model T down to $260. Ford kept lowering the price as consumers opted for fancier cars. Elon Musk is a big Porsche fan, but he does have one criticism: they guzzle too much gas. Shortly before the launch of Tesla, Musk asked engineer J.B. Straubel to put a lithium-ion battery pack in a 911. Musk envisioned a future with fast electric sports cars and even offered Straubel $250,000 to create an electric Porsche. Musk's $91,900 Porsche 911 Turbo isn't electric, but it's still impressive thanks to the 3.8-liter H6 engine that's capable of putting out 500 horsepower. Despite being a Porsche fan, Musk was not very happy when fellow Centi-billionaire Bill Gates purchased an electric Porsche Taycan instead of a Tesla. After Gates gushed over the Taycan, Musk took to Twitter and wrote, "My conversations with Gates have been underwhelming, to be honest." Or he could have just talked to Gates directly. The first car that Elon Musk ever bought was a 1978 BMW 320i. As first cars go, it's a pretty stylish choice. Musk bought his second-hand 3 Series in 1993 for just $1,400. He got such a bargain because it turns out this particular BMW was in rough shape. 2 years later, he lent the 320i to some Zip2 interns so they could run some errands, and the car lost its wheels. Has your car ever lost its wheels while out on a coffee run? The wheels flying off his 320i was the last straw for Musk. He had a lot of other problems with the car during the short time he owned it. The 320i's 4-speed transmission failed, and Musk had to jam in a 5-speed transmission that he found in a Philly junkyard. Musk uses different Tesla vehicles as daily drivers. Sometimes he opts for the Model X. If he's by himself, he'll opt for a Tesla Model S. In 2019, Musk tweeted he was a big fan of the full self-driving computer, Raven powertrain, and adaptive damping suspension in the Tesla Model S performance. Musk enjoys driving high-performance versions of Tesla cars and usually buys first production units of new models. In late 2019, Musk was spotted driving around Malibu in his Cybertruck prototype. He cruised over to Nobu for some sushi with Grimes and then stopped to show off the futuristic pickup to fans and actor Ed Norton. Tesla is on the verge of launching a brand new Roadster next year, so we wouldn't be surprised if Musk makes the $250,000 second-generation Tesla Roadster his daily driver in the future. The two-door coupe will be capable of going from 0 to 60 in just 1.9 seconds. That's much faster than the original Roadster. Here's a fun fact. Did you know that Musk also owns a Soviet fighter jet?